Embon hu musuo da. Na enyi one person enfan support to MPP campaign 2024 baby ada. Embon hu musuo da. Na enyi one person enfan support to MPP campaign 2024 baby ada. Ona bohwe embon hu musuo da. Enye wadwen say ubetu car akọ baby akọ campaign ama MPP da ona boye o try so be support MPP a nananom abosoma nkum
Honorable Kennedy Agyapong adofo wona wode wo hoden egidigidi egina mu ema esenka Honorable Ken ebetimi abeye NPP flag bearer no baako abekasa na wode strong warning pa ane de akọ edi am Honorable Kennedy Agyapong so money humusuo Honorable emo humusuo se waje nkuguo na tum se 2024 general election no obabu Dr. Bawumia na afei wadi showdown ni nyina akoma NDC for no wase Honorable emo humusuo na wadi duabo ata akire abushia me ntie ni nsem ne bi
cheche obi ena ewie meni abre pa me send strong warning akoma Honorable Kennedy Agyapong Honorable ye mu bi na ye tawe chi no ye mu bi na ye betimi de yankwa atowo amawo no Honorable me nka asem nkyerɛw na we ye MP ewo asen isi Honorable isi awoto no MP no undi biem MP no nyade a ubedi biem because what try MP ejuma embon musuo da Honorable embon musuo da na enyi one person enfan support to MPP campaign 2024 baby ada Honorable embon musuo da enye wadwen say ubetu car akọ baby akọ campaign ama MPP da Honorable o try so be support to MPP a nananom abosoma nkum yeni abre yemu a ye support to Ken no yeni abre yemu a yenim wani suade hunu yenim de ubetimi aye o man Ghana mu no yenim omo a akoma pa kita wa opese ode bo oman na ekufu ado ne Bawumia dwom bone ni sike di o madi wo Ghana nti no omo mpese oba be o mampeni na empo delegate amu ekom demo na se ba Honorable empo musuo otiwe Honorable otwe hu fi politics ma unlusu bibia otwe hu fi MPP mu ana se in general politics ankasa otwe hu fi ma Honorable unlusu bibia o ye de ka kirew hwe ni wa mbo hu musuo enyi one person a support MPP o bibia mu tanase we wohwe na the party no ntimi fi ma enfa enka hu nkom bibia ho tanase na se Bawumia lusu 2024 na 2026 ye de obeba Honorable me say enyi one person enfan support to MPP campaign 2024 ewo bibiem engina platform bia so empo usundaye na se wo ye campaign ama MPP abopitiri nenyane ye ni abere
after all this eduabo akoso ne nsama manfo akikan unum se NDC member bi enso de asem bia betu dwa asasem we very tactical very very tactical pa na ene say wo hwe abatu a ebeba so 2024 na nanka Honorable Ken ewini ya kene be very difficult pa ediama NDC nanso be dia akofai Dr. Bawumia akofai NDC we e fa so afane form we dey afane form pa afane fara wasisi MPP ku na e wo sisi ano etese e be afun a wo use for some time na atwetwe niam go storage no so na fe why settings bebre ya ma phone na ankasa wa hiti phone na hiti enti e bia phone na ankasa behave some we bia ankasa wonti ase e bia just o restore phone no o sa reset phone back to the default settings no na e be ye normal ansa na e bia eniema na e ya na se atumi amaw the way a esa phone ankasa sitie no nti a kyerɛ sɛ NPP no sikadie bi ni ade bi akokɔ so NPP ko na koduru baabi a gye sɛ ɔmo lusu aba ɔmo lusu 2024 na afei ɔmo atenase na ɔmo restore back party no na no ɛna wagye di sɛ anhwɛ prime minister no sɛ honorable Ken ɛsɛ gyina bi mu a obetumi anya 2028 ɛna mɛyɛ den tare paa de ma NDC because ebeduru hɔ no anhwɛ honorable Ken betumi anya because now what type Bawumia chi beberebe no ɛyɛ campaign ma no the whole government machinery ɛyɛ campaign nyina de ma Bawumia no ɔmo lusu a saa 4 years na ɛwɔ ntɛm no anhwɛ Bawumia wonya saa do ne biem.
If there is anybody to fear in the political space, it is simply Kennedy Agyapong. And I will tell you one thing.
Tell me.
Kennedy may lose, but he will plan 2028.
He will be 67 then.
Forget about age. Biden is president in US. Age is just a number.
But it will probably depend on the outcome of the election.
I'm telling you today, Bawumia will win and lose the general election. And
that's your opinion.
It's going to happen.
Well, that's your
Put down today's date.
Yeah.
Today
is 4th November.
Yeah, I chance on it. We have 309 days to general election. 309 days. Bawumia will win this internal contest, lose the general election. When he loses, the MPP will begin to think properly. And they will begin to find fault. The establishment will collapse. I'm telling you today, anybody who followed MPP politics, anytime MPP goes into opposition, the establishment collapses. Go back to 2007. I was in Legon when Paul Afoko was slapped. I was there, right there, because then I was in MPP. I saw with my eyes, not somebody telling me. At that time, Alan was a dinosaur in the MPP. Alan was untouchable. You could see all the forces, like today, the forces, Marshall against Kennedy and in for Bawumia. That forces was for Alan Chamantin in 2007.
I was there, I saw it too.
Fantastic. So that was the time Alan was Alan. You could hear the song. Obi aranti se wu, Alan Chamantia na yepe. That was the time. And Nana was lucky because people said that, oh, let's reward Nanado. Other than that, Alan could have, if they had gone for runoff in 07, Alan would have won. I'm telling you today, if they had gone for runoff in 2007, Alan would have won. I say, okay, you are older than me. Go and let me follow. And look at what they did to him. So, if the NPP loses 2024, that establishment that collapsed in 2007 against Alan will collapse against Bawumia. And that is when Kennedy may have an opportunity. And I'm telling you today, Kennedy will lose. He will not give up. Because he will come again 2027. And at that time, NPP will be organic.
When according to you,
according to me,
would have lost the election in 2024.
Yes,
according to you.
Yes, he will lose 2024. And when he loses, you will not have the advantage of MCEs, DCEs, no CEOs, no ambassadors. So that establishment will collapse against you. And at that time, the party will begin to search for the organic leader. The leader who has been with them 20, 30 years down the lane. And at that time, the rules will not work for Bawumia. Because let me tell you today, some of the DCs, ministers, CEOs, appointees of Mahama today, he can't find them around him. After he lost power, Mahama can't find some of them. It's natural. Some of them will go into oblivion. They will hide the money they make. They will hide the contact they make. They will not put it into the political space. So after 2024, some of the ministers you see today, the DCs, the ambassadors, they will go into oblivion. So the party will revert to the organic status of the MPP. That is where Kennedy will be relevant. And let me tell you, Kennedy is going to kick out some of the sitting MPs who kick against him.
Well, he said that.
It's going to happen.
He said that.
Kennedy is going to sit down, mobilize money, and he's going to look at the constituency he won against the MPs who stood against him and kick them out.
And I'm looking at the results and some of these constituencies that you're mentioning. You know the one that first crossed my mind? The one at Kwesi-Minti.
Okay.
The MP there was Vociferous. I've forgotten his name. I think he's a deputy minister as well.
Right.
Vociferous against Honorable Ken.
Go to Bantama.
He couldn't get the numbers there.
Go to Bantama. And you could see the number. There is an MP, sector minister, yes, Asenso, who stood against Ken publicly. Ken gets 402, Bawumia gets 422. The implication is that already Bantama, there's a rift. The immediate past MP who died, what is the name? Ochima Bwaje, has a faction.
Yeah.
And that faction is against Asenso.
Yeah.
Kennedy gets in and gets 402, you get 422.
He's coming for you.
He's coming against you. So, the avalanche of the MPs who stood against Ken, he's going to map them and kick them out of parliament.
He has said that publicly.
Now, you go into an election with Ken controlling some of the MPs. So after 2024, Ken will come back stronger. So me, the NDC, we must set up again 2028. For 2024, I will tell you today, the NPP has elected a loose cannon candidate. And look, Mahama got 98% from the NDC.
Yeah.
He got 98%.
Yes.
If you look at the percentage Bawumia is going to get, it will not be close to 70%.
Well, the figures suggest so.
He won't get 70%. Ken is pulling. Look,
I've got a few more results coming in.
okay?
Yeah.
Ken will pull, and Bawumia can make 70%. If Bawumia is unable to make 70%, the implication is that 30% of your people don't like you. Relative to Mahama, who got 98%, meaning that only 2% don't like Mahama. So unlike NDC, who gave Mahama endorsing victory of 98%, Bawumia, you are getting 70%. The implication is that at your own backyard, people don't like you.
Yeah.
And it's a huge number, 30%.
And the NDC will take advantage of that.
We are going to take advantage.